The SEC goes to a 9-game conference schedule starting in 2026. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to give you my thoughts on the SEC going to a 9-game conference schedule. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I thought yesterday was a great day for SEC football. Now, some SEC fans might say, well, this might hurt the SEC. It makes it harder for them to get into the playoffs. We just going to continue to beat up on each other. Well, hey, you got a point. You got a point. But the way I see it, if the committee seriously takes strength of schedule into consideration, it'll help the SEC. You know why? Because I think, let's take like for 2025, the Florida Gators in their schedule. The Florida Gators can go 8-4. And you take a team like Indiana, let them go 10-2. Who had the toughest schedule? Who should be in the playoff? If Florida playing 4, 5 top 25 teams, and Indiana, like last year, play none or maybe one, who had the toughest schedule? Yeah, Indiana would win more games, but Florida would have the toughest opponents. Not saying even if the SEC go to a 9-game schedule, which they are, that an 8-4 team could get into the playoffs, even though they had a tougher strength of schedule and they played more top 25 teams. But in my opinion, I just think in that situation, Florida should get in over Indiana because simply they played 4 to 5 top 25 teams. And Indiana played none or maybe one. If you really taking strength of schedule into consideration. But I love this 9-game SEC schedule. They're keeping the rivals intact. I love that. For Alabama, that would be Auburn every year, Tennessee every year, and LSU every year. And that's how I think it should be. Keep all the rivalry games. For Georgia, who would that be? Florida every year, Tennessee every year, and Auburn every year. Yes, plus they got a honor conference rivalry game with Georgia Tech. And they're going to keep that, I believe. I would hope they keep that. Okay, but I think they will have, 2 non-conference opponents in there, like a group of 5 or whatever. They'll have them in there, but hey, I'm just looking forward to the extra SEC game. It makes for more exciting football. Yeah, because like one week during the season, it's like every SEC team is playing a group of 5 team or something like that. You'll do away with that. And I love it. So I hope that there's not any SEC fans that think this will, have a negative effect on the SEC. It may will, but in my opinion, it won't. Because we all know the SEC is the best and toughest conference in all of football. All right. You can take, we'll say, I ain't going to say the bottom tier, but the middle tier SEC teams. Okay. Texas A&M, maybe Missouri, Florida right now. I'm going to throw South Carolina in there also. And you can take the middle tier Big Ten teams. I would pick the SEC every time. The middle of the pack SEC teams over the middle of the pack Big Ten teams. Every freaking time. And some of the middle of the tier SEC teams is better than some top teams in other conferences. I think South Carolina, Florida, I think they can beat any team in the daggone Big 12. And I'm talking about top teams. They can hang with any one of them. The only team, in my opinion, that has a clear-cut advantage over middle tier SEC teams in the ACC is freaking Clemson. That's the only one. I think any SEC team, middle of the pack SEC team can hang with Miami. Them the only two teams in the ACC, really, in my opinion. Clemson and Miami right now. So we'll see what Bill Belichick can do with North Carolina. Wake Forest is nothing. Come on, man. Duke. Are y'all serious? Maryland? Hell no. Come on now. Nothing. But Maryland's not in the ACC. I think they're in the Big Ten or whatever. But anyway, they garbage too. But Duke and Wake Forest and Virginia Tech and all them teams, North Carolina, all them in the ACC, nothing. Clemson, Miami, that's it. Florida State, they at the bottom of the barrel right now. So hey, it is what it is. You got the Big Ten. You got several teams in the Big Ten. Now you got Ohio State, who won the national championship last year. You got Oregon. You got Michigan, who won the national championship in 2023. But I think every daggone top tier SEC team, which I know can hang with those teams. And I'm talking about Alabama, Georgia, Texas. I'm just saying. Damn right. Even LSU with that ragged ass defense. If they fix that, they'll be able to probably beat every one of those teams I just named out the Big Ten. Just my opinion. Now, Texas, they got Ohio State game 1. I'm picking Ohio State to beat them. But that don't mean I'll pick Ohio State to beat Texas every single year. You know, if they happen to meet in the regular season or in the playoff, that don't mean I'll pick them every year. But I am picking them this year. So, hey, it is what it is. But I love this 9-game schedule. I can't say enough about it. I hope, man, you know what I want? I want to add Georgia every damn year. That's what I want. Add them Georgia Bulldogs to my Alabama Crimson Tide schedule every year. I know it won't be like that because I know, we'll keep the same rivalry games. But we will be playing everybody in different years. We might play some teams this year that we won't play the next year, but we'll play them again the next year. If we play teams this year, we won't play them. We'll play other teams next year that we didn't play this year, or however you want to put it. But going to 9 games, I ain't did nothing. In my opinion, but help the SEC, and I'm just so excited about it. And I hope every SEC fan is excited about it also. But anyway, it is what it is, man. But according to this article, under the new format, the SEC will continue to play without divisions, which is good. Each school will play 3 annual opponents focused on maintaining traditional rivals, which I already talked about that. And the remaining 6 games will be rotated among the rest of the league opponents, which I tried to put it in my own words, but I don't think I did a good job. So here we go. Each team will face every other SEC program at least once every 2 years, and every opponent home and away over 4 years. Great. SEC teams are still required to schedule at least one additional high-quality non-conference opponent from the ACC, Big Ten, or Big 12 conference, or Notre Dame each season. Boy, it's going to be some great football. The SEC will continue to evaluate its policies to ensure the continued scheduling of non-conference opponents from the Power 4. I'm glad the SEC did that. I can't say it enough times. You had all these coaches from the other conferences crying because the SEC was only playing 8 games. You know what I'm saying? Or 8 conference games. Well, guess what? You got your wish. Now the SEC starting next year in 2026, we'll be playing 9 conference games. Sure will. This might have hurt the rest of the daggone conference, even though they play 9 conference games. Their 9 conference games won't be as tough as the SEC's 9 conference games. Because like I said, everybody knows it. The SEC is the toughest conference in all of college football. We already know it. Even with 8 games, we beating up on each other game after game. Come on now. Once the playoffs get here, the SEC teams is already beat up. But somehow they still win national championships. I know we ain't won one in the last 2 years, but who is winning most of them in the playoff era? Even though they was coming into the playoffs beat up. Come on now, say it ain't so. Y'all know it just like I know it. But anyway, I'm sure y'all done heard a lot about this since yesterday, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think about this 10-game schedule, man, and I'm excited about it. I love it. Yesterday was a great day for SEC football. So yeah. And even with 9 games, the ACC still won't be able to compete with the SEC outside of Clemson. I think Clemson the only team in the ACC that can compete with the SEC. The Big 12, we going to 9 games, but still nobody out the Big 12 can compete with the SEC. The Big 10, different story. All right, because you got Ohio State over there. You got Michigan. You got who else in the Big 10? You got Oregon. I know those 3 can compete. All right. Maybe one day USC will get back up to what they used to be. But for now, they can't compete with the SEC. I don't care that, you know, some daggone couple of teams done beat LSU in the past couple of years. I don't care about that. I don't care. LSU, we all know didn't have a defense. We all know that. They could put points on the board, but they just didn't have a defense to stop anybody. So if they get that fixed, it'll be a turnaround for LSU. They'll be a playoff team. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this 10-game schedule, SEC schedule, or 9-game SEC schedule. And until then, y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. And roll damn Tide.